But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Hey, Gadgies, Gadgettes. How you doing? You good?
Hey, Cookie Monster.
How you doing?
Not much.
Sorry I missed you guys last night. And the night before, I was awake too, and I just got busy. You know how it is.
Last night?
I do.
Last night. You were in Flax's with us last night. Oh, to me, it's last night. To you, it wasn't.
Yeah.
My last night. Yeah. My last night.
Our last night. Your morning.
I get you. How you
quick,
doing?
don't make it confusing. It already is.
It's not confusing at all, dude.
It's really not once you get used to it. But if you have somebody that keeps on telling you this and that, this and you're fucking with it and messing you up.
I think he does it on purpose.
That's true. That's true, man. Yeah, the first video I'm going to do, Roger, is the one that you showed me, and I think you sent me a messenger. You sent me some.
Jon Levi.
Yeah. I mean, I know when we see his videos, there's not much we can say about it except watch. But just in case it goes through too quick, I've got another one for afterwards, just in case. You know what I mean? Usually I like Jon Levi stuff, but there's not much you can say except observe what he's doing. You know what I mean? Or presenting. You know what I'm saying?
He puts it together pretty well. He spent
he
spent the same 2 decades in Arizona when I lived there. He went through a lot of the same things I went through, and he learned a lot of the same stuff.
Got you. I like his style of videos. I mean, it's just him talking with mainly old videos, old pictures that have been taken and stuff like that. And I mean, I haven't watched. I just skimmed this one a little bit just to see if it was working and all that. And it says in his description it was inspired by a comment that he was given to do something about Black history or something. It's not about Black history as such, but it was
not the Black history they're talking about. Yeah.
No. It's inspired by. That's why I put in brackets. Inspired by. It's not about. Because I couldn't think of a title, and I thought, I'll just put inspired by Black. You know what I mean? Kings of America, his own title for it, and what he said in the description, inspired by Black history, but not. I've actually put it in my description saying that it's not. It's what did I say? It was about a comment he was given, so it's not like he was intentionally running out to do this subject sort of thing. It was just inspired by something someone was said. So
it kind of delves into stuff that Keith would like. He goes into the Vikings history and stuff.
Yeah. Do you know, I gave Flats a video this morning from a guy called Zio, and Flat says, yeah, we looked at it live already the other night, didn't we? And I'm like, oh, did we? I must have been to the kitchen making a coffee at that point. Because I was like, oh, who is this guy? Got 11 subscribers, 170 views on it. I'm like, and he's saying about math, Flats saying math lies, that type of thing. I was like, oh, I can't remember seeing it. I must have been in the kitchen.
I had an interesting night. I was over on Eddie Banjo's live stream, and I guess who ran into me? I ran into Duffel Bag,
Oh.
Duffy. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Saab was there too. And we were
Right.
all putting it to him, man. He got caught in so many lies. Eddie exposed
Really?
him. Yeah. And he lied to me right on the stream. He told me he sent me 3 emails. I got none. And then he actually invited me this Sunday to do a presentation at 9:30.
Again.
Yeah,
So
again.
so where did you confront him on Sov's show?
No, this is on
Yeah,
Eddie
he did,
Banjo's
okay.
last.
Oh,
last stream.
Banjos. Yeah, you just said a second ago. I thought maybe Banjo would come over to Sov's or something.
And
Right.
Saab was over in the stream too. So was Russian Vids and a whole bunch of other boys in the movement. They're all in there, and they were
Bunch of bad boys.
asking him. And we got nothing but crickets out of them at the end.
No doubt. I wish I'd seen that. So it's from Banjo's last live, is it?
I got it. I put it in the main chat if you want to look at it.
Yeah. Do you know the time stamp? Mind you, is it the whole show? It's about that, or
It's
is it
basically the whole show, dude. The whole show's about him. And
just
Jared.
about Duffy?
Yeah.
About Duffy.
Definitely Jared.
How long is the show? How long is the show?
I think it's about 30 minutes.
All right. Should we do that fast then, and then do the Levi thing? Do the Jon Levi?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
Saab's show starts out with an intro with me and Duffy. We're like center ring, and Saab's show. That's the other one. Yeah.
Right. Let's have a quick look anyway. Oh no. Right. No, it's an hour and 24 long.
Yeah.
This one.
But you have to play the whole thing. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, but if it's an hour and 20, I ain't got it because I've got to get ready and all that. So I'm got tomorrow. Right, do you know something? Tomorrow I could do this as a watch party. You know what I mean? The whole lot of it, rather than doing it today and reviewing it, because I've got obviously I can't be on here too long because I've got to get ready to go home. It's an hour and 24. Should we do it tomorrow as a watch party then?
If you want to.
Yeah,
That's up to you.
It's got to be interesting, surely. So I might as well do it as a watch party, and then we can not as a watch party, but we'll also talk through it, obviously. But at least I'll be home with my own PC then, and not much will go wrong. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that tomorrow. Let me put that on my watch later list. So I've got it for tomorrow. So then I can download it as well.
They're both coinciding because Saab did his stream right in the middle of it. He stopped and left and went over and did his stream, and he's mentioning what's going on in the chat over in Eddie's stream. It's
Nice.
funny. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow, definitely. So there you go. There's the show sorted out for tomorrow. Excellent.
I think both those boys are going to get really rich off of this deal.
Absolutely. There's got to be something to it that it's more than just we're trying to prove it the Earth's globe.
No.
Yeah, it's more than that. You know, it's corrupt to the hilt.
They want controversy. They're going to get it.
Well, absolutely.
People love this stuff.
Robot Polisher put out another one. Let's start with that one. Let's start with that one. Robot Polisher.
He put 2 out.
I've just got one here. The one it says, what is it? The people are finally waking up. 11 hours ago.
There's another one on the firmament right before that too.
Is that okay?
You got little kids that are going to homeschool and they're like talking about the firmament work, and there's some that never even heard of it before, just started talking about it. It's weird.
Okay. Okay, I know that. I can open with that one tomorrow. Cool.
Is that his rail right there? He's working on. He thought he'd film his workshop. His cookie monster.
Cookie Monster's work. He's building cookies.
Oh yeah,
he's building cookies.
He's gonna go rail running tonight.
Looks pretty good.
If I get this thing fixed, I can't get the chain to stay on now. I just got to figure out. The clutch was down far. It was turned backwards, but I didn't want the mud coming off the road and going onto the clutch. So
yeah, that makes sense. So it don't slip.
Yeah, but now I have to end up cutting another hole in it. But that's all right.
I better say hello to the people.
You got an arc welder down there?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
Nice.
I got
Absolutely. Right, let me say hello to
real men have welders, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not very good at welding. I can do it.
This reminds me of
Form a
Tool
bee
Time
once in a
with
while.
Tim Allen.
Yeah, I'm more like
Tim
Tim,
Allen,
because
full
normally
time.
I don't get hurt very often, but I do get hurt. But like
Yeah.
most of the time, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway. I don't give a shit.
You know,
I'm
Tim
gonna
Allen's
figure it out.
was a big coke dealer back before he got famous.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah,
I didn't know that. No.
I read his book. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s, I
Wow.
read that book.
So
I found it fascinating.
So when he played Santa Claus in the snow, that was a bit of a metaphor then.
I don't know. I guess so.
Well, maybe to him, maybe he was probably laughing about it though. Look at this, this kind of works out. I can just say it like I mean it, and no one will know. Yeah.
That's
All
it.
the straights were laughing about it. Is funny little show, but
And they think it's a joke. They don't realize I'm a cokehead. Yeah. Kidding.
Right. Hello to the guys in chat.
No one will ever know.
Roger, I think Barbara came in earlier. But I think she said if she's not here, she sends her blessings not because she hasn't had much sleep. So bless you, Barbara. Nice one for turning up, Roger. Ryan,
she's been there. She was there all night with us. Yeah.
Got you.
She's been following me everywhere I go. Then she was on Sandy's.
Hey, she's not following you.
I'm following her. I'm the stalker.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was going to be there.
You just happen to be in the same place. That's all.
Exactly.
Then Glenn.
Absolutely.
Then Glenn goes. And then Jimmy. It's good to see you guys and good to see you in panel. Let's start.
We should say a little prayer for Glenn's mom, dude. Or
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know the full situation, so I always pray that. Right, let's just do it anyway. Lord God, just come together and I thank you for our lives, and I thank you for Glenn's life. So thanks for the work that you do in our lives, Lord God. And I pray that you continue to do so. Pray, Lord God, that you give us discernment, and I pray, Lord God, for Glenn's situation, his family situation. I pray for a comfort hand upon him, Lord God, that you guide them and be with them no matter what the situation, Lord. Let them know that you're with them and that they are comforted and are guided, and give them reassurance, Lord God. In any situation, I just pray that you keep your loving hand upon them, guide them by the Holy Spirit, and just continually be with them, Lord God. Send the angels to be around every bedpost at sleeping time, morning time, waking time, whenever, Lord God. I pray that you just, bring healing to the family and healing to their lives, Lord God. And I just pray this in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah, we should pray more often. It's something I always forget to do during the show. Should actually pray more often. But it just, sometimes things come to our head. Like you just said there, Roger, things come to our head and then we can't pray. Do you know what I mean? Once we've got a subject, you know what I'm saying? Something to pray about. Not that we've never got something to pray about. We've all got something to pray about, but specifics.
We've always got something to pray about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I had to drop everything for 2 years straight and go. My mother got cancer, and I had to go take care of her and the house and everything for a long time. So it throws your life off rails, man.
I get you. I mean, my mum's battled cancer twice. I mean, she's okay now, but she lost her womb, obviously, which she can't do much with it, and she's in her 70s now. But she's had to have a hysterectomy. She had to have her bladder taken out, so now she's got a bag, colostomy bag.
Trouble, huh?
So yeah. No, but she's fine. She's fine. She battled it twice, and she's all right. My dad died of lung cancer, but yeah, it happens. It happens, isn't it? Or lymphoma. Okay. Next time I know specifically what to pray for. Because I don't like asking about situations, Glenn. I know bits and pieces, and I know through Vicky as well, because you talk to Vicky more. But I don't like bringing it up. It's things that you don't know what to say to people. So best things is best said in prayer and leaving to God, because as humans, we're never sure what to say. We're never sure if what we say is going to offend or comfort, and you're scared to say it sometimes, sort of thing. So prayer is always good.
That problem. I don't have that problem. I just tell it
no, you just let it go.
I do. I'm serious. I'd rather just let it go, and people get mad at me now, because then later on they'll be looking to me for fucking help, right? They're gonna be like, all right, well, since you knew what was gonna happen, then why don't you give me some more advice? That's what I'm here for. That's what you
Uh,
got to be there for. You got to be there for people. That's what they want. I mean, think
mm,
about it. When you're having trouble and someone notices that you're having trouble and they're automatically already setting you up to like keep you from getting in trouble or whatever. Think about that. Doesn't that makes you feel good, right? No matter who's doing it, you're like, wow, that guy,
absolutely.
you know, you
Absolutely.
earn your badge really quickly with somebody that way. They can get you in trouble, of course, but that's how you build trust with somebody if you need to do it quickly.
Aye, that's true. That's true.
Absolutely. I don't know what I'm talking about, but
I'm listening to you. It's
I
interesting.
know.
he
Well,
Right.
I have this weird knowledge that's all mine. You know, like in my neighborhood where I live, I've lived in the same place for quite a long time. You know what I mean? I know my neighborhood. I know the people in it, and so I deal with everybody the way I do. You know, and some people don't like me, but I'd rather you not like me and stay away from me than, you know. But I don't usually push people
Yeah.
enough to hate me, like and want to follow me around. I haven't had any trolls that I know
Of
of.
course.
Maybe a couple online, but not anything that like went beyond that. But you know, like I
Aye.
try not to punch holes. You know, I joke around, but I joke around because I'm basically a bad person. I'm just a shitty person too, just like everybody else. You know, I'm not trying to like pronounce myself as being something I'm not. I just want people to, you know, hear what I have to say, you know, like, and not think that I'm some moron just because I didn't go to high school or in grade school or whatever, you know. Like, I didn't go to
Of
college,
course.
so everybody thinks I'm dumb, but that doesn't, you know, like I'm really not
Yeah.
dumb, but I
Of
like
course
to
you're
joke
not.
around because I do feel guilty because I don't have degrees, you know, even though I don't necessarily believe in them and I joke about how stupid they are. But I mean, I wish I did have one because then at least I could say, well, I got this. You know, I'd brag about it too. So
No, I
to
get
be
you.
honest with you, you
I
know,
got you.
like
Yeah.
if I,
Hey,
you know, if I
Jeff,
spent the
good
money
to
on
see
it and
you.
all that, yeah, I'd be bragging about it too.
Yeah.
Good
Don't
to
let it
see
go
you,
to your
bro.
head. Yeah.
Good,
Yeah,
good to
yeah,
see
Hey
yeah.
you.
guys,
Never let it go.
how do you spell
Yeah.
agave? Do you know?
How do you spell
Agave,
what?
Agave.
Agape.
agave,
Oh,
No,
guave.
agave. What they make tequila out of,
agave,
sir.
agave, agave, agave. It's not
A
Oh,
G.
don't
Ungave.
know.
Got
It's
it.
just
I got
agave.
it.
Yeah, that's how it's spelled.
I thought it
Type it
was
into Google and test it.
Cactus. Cactus.
There
I
you go.
said, good to see you, man. Let's play Robert Polster to begin with. Let's get that one done. And then we'll go into Jon Levi. Oh, Jon Levi, boy.
Yeah, we better go, otherwise I'll talk about my go-kart.
You're saying a sphere like a basketball or something?
Yes.
No, it's like a disc,
A what?
but it's flat.
So
Oh, yeah,
disc.
these two are husband and wife. And the wife, after 2 years, has just come to the husband and started giving him flat earth sort of things that she's had. That's what I get out of it, anyway.
what?
It's like a disc.
Honey,
You know,
you've
like
seen pictures of the Earth. You've seen what the International Space Station has shown.
the ones that make it look like a ball.
Make it look like a ball.
Those are photoshopped.
Honey, tell me this isn't what is happening right now.
No, you're lying.
having-
Are you messing with me?
Are you messing with me?
I was just making fun conversation. Like, how long do you think it would
Well,
take to get?
now it's a real conversation.
Okay, so
We're having a nice beach day. What are you saying right now? We've been married for over 2.5 years. What are you telling me right now?
I'm telling you that the Earth is not a ball. It's like a flat disc.
And then
What would you do if your beautiful date told you the earth was flat?
Laugh at her.
Laugh at her.
No doubt.
I don't think it's funny, actually. Like, we can laugh at it, but I don't think it's funny.
I'm starting to get worried. That Earth community
Oh,
seems
Sabina.
to be growing.
Yeah,
I believe that the sun is not 93 million miles away. I believe that the sun and the moon is inside our firmament. I do believe that the earth is flat. People are coming for me as if I just announced I'm an anti-vaxxer. I don't trust our government. I don't trust those damn videos of people in outer space because actually it looks like green screen, like in outer space, but you see like a green screen behind them and they look like they have a harness on.
No, space is not real.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Space isn't real. It's only the sun and the moon. It's only the sun and the moon. Yeah. Space is not real.
I did not know that.
And the earth is flat.
Around the stars.
Around the stars.
Around the firmament.
And around the firmament. That's how much I love you.
Say that again. What'd you say about Jesus?
Jesus is the firmament.
Uh-huh.
You said the firmament?
Yeah.
How do you know about the firmament? Show me. Where's the firmament?
The firmament is right outside.
Nice.
What? How you know about the firmament, y'all? It ain't like I've been teaching about the firmament. I'm just saying.
I just teach it from the firmament in Jesus. Jesus to be prepared.
Ezzy, is the Earth flat?
I didn't say.
Ezzy, is the Earth flat?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Flat Earth is growing.
Who's that?
Surprised at the number of friends I have that believe the Earth is flat.
Now we're contaminating the children.
This is not just amongst Christians. This is a scientific community.
This stuff is really taking hold.
But what percentage of the NFL believes in flat Earth, do you think?
Dude, honestly, if you took a truly anonymous poll, you're over 15% of an NFL locker room. It's crazy.
What? I had to battle.
You can do that
half
here
my
now,
team thinking
dude.
the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
This year.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Getting out of control. Can you please help it? Can you please help it?
Only 64% are convinced that the world is a ball.
Yeah.
The world is a circle.
The world is a ball.
What is
The world
this,
is a ball.
spheroid?
Unfortunately, that is not a made-up statistic.
Circular
How's
ball.
this flat Earth thing like
Catching
catching
steam?
steam?
There's no doubt that interest in flat Earth ideas has
What
spiked.
kind of ball
What
have you ever
happened?
seen?
What happened?
Why is this happening?
There's
Why
an
are so many
asshole.
flat earthers?
That's a
Spreading like
a
it's
lot of people
disease.
away. They can't believe how much traction this had.
It's shaped like a peach.
This is real. Earth is flat. Right,
Jim
girls?
is a giant peach.
Should we land on the moon? What?
Do you still think they're landing on the moon? Come on, Mom. Aaron's still fake.
Might as well get backhanded.
What are you
That's funny.
in your
Yeah,
hand?
it is.
Do some research. Even NASA says they don't have the technology to go back.
Honey,
There's no way it was real.
do I need to send you to public school?
That's
That's funny.
science project? Yes, ma'am.
It's not just YouTube.
TikTok has now become a haven for flat earthers.
It's Twitter.
A
It's
haven
Facebook.
for flat Earth.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, Phil. You talk to 100 men. What would you do if your beautiful date told you the earth was flat?
I hope he'd agree with me.
Ding, number one answer.
Agree.
Yeah, Steve Harvey's a freak, dude.
Be a robot polisher.
Space is not real, bro. It ain't real.
It works for
It's
me.
not real.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't go
Absolutely.
against
Yeah.
it.
I like
Who-
robot
who-
polishers, man.
Who was the
short and
original
sweet.
host of that show? The Family Feud? Who did that? Richard Dawkins, right?
Richard Dawson.
Yeah,
Dawson.
Yeah.
Dawson.
He was quite the ladies' man. He'd always be kissing them no matter what they looked like. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, you mean
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
You mean
he
that game
was
show
shit.
he used to kiss the young girls and that?
Oh yeah, he was all over him. He was worse than Bob.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was awful. That was
I'm not
bloody
saying
awful.
that's something you should be doing, but he did.
Yeah. I don't
certainly did.
think he gave a crap, dude.
No,
Of course he didn't, because he could get away with it because he had money and he had power.
that's it.
That's
That's
what
it.
people do that have money and power. They take advantage.
Yeah, there's a Bob Barker's brother lived in Flagstaff, and he drove around in a yellow exterior all the time. Did whatever he freaking wanted because he knew if he'd get out of trouble, his brother would
He
bail
was
him
an
out.
asshole. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Right. Yeah.
completely.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I heard. That's why
I gave
the water boy they
Glenn
got in a fight. That's really.
Oh yeah, that was funny. It was. The price is wrong.
Yeah. Mama said the price is wrong.
Mama said. Mama said.
Jon Levi up.
I gave Glenn a recipe for a cure for most cancers. We dug it up when my mom got cancer.
Well, don't they say the bitter seed inside the stone of a peach is good for that as well? It's got some kind of vitamin in it that really helps. It's very uncommon. It's bitter. It's the seed inside of the stone of a peach or a nectarine or something like that. I think they're very good for stuff like
You
that.
don't eat the stone though. The stone itself is actually poisonous, but you can eat the seed inside.
Oh, the seed inside the stone. Yeah, the bitter thing inside the stone.
Yeah. You don't want to eat the stone part. Like some people say,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I
you
think
can
it'd
burn
be
that up."
hard
No,
to
you
eat
don't eat that. It has
the stone.
no. I don't. I think what happens is that when you try to digest it, it causes some kind of
Well,
poisonous chemical reaction in your stomach or something. I don't know. I've only heard it. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just saying what I heard.
I got you. I got you.
Wives' tale, but you know,
I got you.
who knows?
Right. Video
Maybe I'm
file
wrong.
and
Maybe.
Kings
I
of
don't know.
America.
I'll give you the
Yeah.
recipe we got for my mom. It actually did subdue the cancer in her other breast when she had it, and it subsided. It never returned.
What about lung
Hold
cancer?
on, let me hear the volume of this.
Terminal lung cancer.
Let me hear the volume in this. See if I can share it.
What
through
about a
video file.
preventative though? That's what I want to know is, can you prevent cancer with that?
No.
Ooh, ball lightning. That's badass.
The extreme heat is similar
Yeah, is that loud enough?
to the extreme cold.
Yes, cool.
I like this guy. I like this guy. He
Yeah,
has
he's
the
good.
dumbest, goofiest voice, but I love what he does and I love what he's about. He reminds me of who the hell is it? He sounds just like somebody, and I can't think of the guy's name. But anyway, I'm sure you guys.
I
know.
like
He
him
has
and I like
Oh,
him and
let's get rid of
Campbell
mine.
from Auto
Let's get rid of
Didactic.
mine.
Been subscribed to him for years.
Get rid of my banner. Hide my banner. It makes it a bit easy. Yeah, it's the one. Right. I mean, I know there's not usually much to say through his videos, so if we go through it too quickly, I've got another video for afterwards. But if you need me to stop, just shout stop. I don't know what we can say about it, but if you've got something to say, just do it. Just do it.
Okay.
Go for it.
The extreme heat is similar to the extreme cold. As far as the season is concerned, the heat has made me want to retreat into my shell like a turtle. But right now it's pretty nice out. It's 7 in the morning. I've had 1.5 small cups of coffee. I took Chief on a walk and I fed the chickens. It's the same every morning. Now he's waiting for me to feed him.
I like that. People who tell you what they're doing in their videos. And they're like, yeah, took the dog out for a walk, fed the chickens. I mean, I had a slice of cheese.
Well, it makes it more interesting. You got to admit, it does
Of
make it more
course,
interesting.
absolutely.
When you get
That's
involved.
what I'm
I
saying.
mean, if you like the person and you like their content, you do want to know about it.
Exactly. It's more personal, isn't it? Exactly. I like it. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so. Anyway, that's what I feel. I don't know about
No,
that.
that's true. I like it. I like it.
I don't care what everybody else thinks, but
That's it.
you know what I mean. You know, like,
David.
but you know, I'll
McPhee.
tell you what though. In a conversation where you're with a stranger, when you do something like that, they just pay really close attention to you, and they're like, "Wow, what's wrong with this guy?" Like, they usually, take, you know, like you get their attention.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They don't just ignore you like most people. You know, they'll reach out and like want to make friends with you, or at least have a conversation. Whereas, you know how people are. Some people think they're too good for you, and so if you don't start a conversation with them, then they don't feel obligated, and they won't start
That's
one.
right.
But if you acknowledge them, then usually they're not rude. They'll have a conversation because they don't want to seem rude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then once you break that, you know. Anyway, go on, play the video. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Okay.
It's good.
And I will, but I usually take an hour of nothingness for myself. I think I've had that hour, and now I'll make a video. I can't promise anything, but I'll try to share something interesting. I love you all. Thank you for being here. God bless and welcome.
Welcome to Utah.
I was just about to say, God bless you too as well, Jon Levi.
Amen. I love the classical trumpet music.
Yeah, man. I put that
It
on the
reminds me
thumbnail.
of It reminds me of Looney
Okay,
Tunes because it
good
reminds me
morning
of the
or
Mexican
evening
thing that they do when they're gonna fight bullfighting thing.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of the bullfighting.
Yeah, absolutely, it did.
We're in the arena and the blood's going to be spilled.
I mean, look at that building straight off, man. You don't see them building these spires at all. Ever. I've never seen one. I've seen one of these spires being replaced, slates being replaced on the roof, but being built, no, never.
Well, I've never seen it being built, but I've seen a lot. Well, I went in Utah and Salt Lake City, and I worked there for like 6 months. And man, you'd be surprised what old world buildings are out there.
absolutely. And we never see any of them being built nowadays. Never.
I live in Minnesota. That's near there, right?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of Minnesota to Utah. It's not that far. No.
Right. Yeah, it's close-ish. You know what I mean? Not like.
Yeah.
I think I'm closer than you are, being in Colorado and all.
Well, yeah, of course, but I mean,
Than Missouri.
I
And
did live
Missouri.
there at one time.
Yeah.
And I was born in
Whatever.
Missouri.
It's always now. Now is all we have. We can forget the future for now. The future and past are unknown. We think we know, but do we really? I've opened up a bunch of tabs, and I have a little list of random things next to me.
He does go quick with the picks, but yeah, bells. Wow, look at the size of that bell. I just noticed the dude. If it might be him, I don't know. Standing underneath it. And look at the size of the I don't know what you call the centerpiece with which rings the hammer, probably something like that.
That's a hammer. That's what it's called.
Yeah, the hammer. I thought it might be something like that. Yeah, look at the size of it, man. It's bigger than him. It's twice the size of him.
Oh, it's bigger than that. I mean, like if you could
I
put
think
like
there is a
40.
name for it.
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously it goes right up the middle to the top of the bell, but I mean the part you
I'll
could
find
see
out.
it's how big it actually is. Wow, it's amazing. Amazing.
Oh, that's one of the biggest ones in the world. Is that what you're saying?
It's huge. I haven't got a clue, but it's bloody huge.
You could fit a whole bunch of them in there.
Definitely. I mean,
Those for diving too.
I wonder what tone it is. I
Diving
wonder
bells.
what frequency it is.
Anyway, oh wait, I'll let you a shout.
Have you heard a lot of people?
them,
I've heard a lot of people talking about. Oh, go ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
No, carry on before. No.
I was going to say, some people, I've heard people say that cannons weren't really cannons to shoot cannonballs, but they faked the cannonballs just to keep us from knowing about the frequency machines that they had that they could knock things down with and destroy things with. I don't know if it's true. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like if you had enough power, you could generate a frequency strong enough to break mountains. You could. I think that's what God was talking about in the Bible too.
Well,
You know what I mean? He's like, you put your mind to it, you can do things like that. You just have to be smart. And of course, you need God's help probably, but you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
You probably have to get his approval, I'm sure.
Well, most certainly.
No order of importance. I had all these things I wanted to share, and then I found another little note, and for some reason it interested me more than any of the other topics. It's very obnoxious to see the leaders of all nations being stupid. It's already challenging enough to try to make sense of our past without nations fighting with each other and continuing to eradicate their cities and past and people, unfortunately.
Well, that's true. A lot of that is happening with the tearing stuff down and all that from the past. But there is a load of listed buildings out there. But even them, the listed buildings, I have seen some of them getting taken down. Oh, there you go, Mr. Super Sidewinder. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
Hey, Super. He was over at Sandy's too.
Oh, was he?
I gave him a couple of questions. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm going to show that one tomorrow. I'm going to do that show tomorrow, and when I'm back home of you guys talking.
The thing that rings a bell is called a hammer or an actuator.
Right. Yeah. Got you. I thought it was something like a hammer. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do. They seem to. They seem to be going. There's some of these buildings going. Maybe but there's still loads out there, man, to be in all over. We certainly didn't build those things. We certainly didn't build them.
And they say people back then were stupid and primitive.
Yeah, right. Ridiculous, isn't it? It's so bad. And I used to think that. Well, not stupid. I used to think, well, they couldn't have been as intelligent as us. I mean, we've learned things through the years now. No, I think we've unlearned things. You know what I mean?
It ain't possible. No way.
Don't bring up funnel cake to Super Sidewinder. That's his favorite fair food.
Cake. My favorite cake. Cake is carrot cake. I love carrot cake, but it's so sweet.
Have you ever had a funnel cake?
No, what is it made of?
Oh my Lord!
I mean,
well,
I know what cake's made of, but what's in it? You know what I mean?
It's not made like a cake, dude, at all.
Oh, right.
It's they basically take sweet dough and they deep fry it.
Oh, wow. Not sure about that.
Yeast
sweet dough. So like cookie dough and stuff. Like cookie dough, you get an ice cream.
No, it's like bread dough, but it's sweetened and it's yeast frizz. It's got yeast in it, and then they cover it with powdered sugar, chocolate, caramel, strawberry, whatever you want, and they pour it in with a funnel. They pour it into the deep fryer. They use a piper, and they make designs out of it. Yeah. You go to the carnival and fairs here, in state fairs, you can buy it. It's one of the favorites. Everybody gets the corn dogs and funnel cake. Yeah.
Oh, and everybody at the fair, there's always sweet kind of deep fried stuff at the fair, isn't there? Always.
Anything you want deep fried, dude. They deep fry everything. Pickles.
Scotland does it. And we do deep fried battered Mars bars, deep fried battered Snickers. Well, Snickers. We call them Snickers now. They used to be called marathons over here.
Sidewinder's got a better description of it in the chat.
More like sweet pancake batter. Looks like ropes. Ah, okay, got you. Wow.
Don't forget the powdered sugar. Yeah.
Don't forget the powdered sugar. Nice. Right, let's carry on.
Ryan's eating plenty of funnel cake.
Aye.
Enough to share. I am more of a libertarian, and regardless of how we got to where we are today, I believe in natural law. And when it comes to governing, I believe in a more independent approach. When it comes to governing a nation, I lean with Lao Tzu. One should rule or govern the way one fries a small fish. And frying a small fish would certainly imply minding your own business. Every nation is broken to some extent, especially.
That's interesting. Let's get rid of us. I just like looking at these photos a little bit more closely. Well, yeah.
Look at that door, dude. Do you see that?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Look at the size of that door. I mean, to start off with, I actually thought they were building a railway through a mountain, but that's probably a doorway. You know what I mean?
It could be both, dude.
It could be both.
A dark realm where nobody ever comes back from.
Yeah, no one never returns from. Yeah, that's so interesting. I mean, I know I can't see faces and stuff, but it's all not properly, but it's always interesting to have a look at these type of things. And I mean, they had to stop, but they had to pause for about 30 seconds for that photograph to be taken. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's right. Types.
They got the shutter speed of a snail. Ryan should do voiceovers like Vincent Price.
Absolutely.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right. Yeah, it does. It looks like the opening to a tunnel or a big old doorway. I think that is the start of a railway, to be honest.
Well, yeah, that looks like Utah, maybe when they were building the rail.
Utah.
That's where he's at right now.
Saints. Utah.
Utah Jehovah's Witness in the Mormons.
Utah Saints.
Utah. There is no you. There ain't no you. It's we maybe. There ain't no you in Utah.
Utah. There ain't no I in Utah.
There's a whole bunch of Mormon girls out there.
Let's see if anybody knows in this room. Does anybody know what Utah means?
No, I ain't got a clue.
Well,
me neither. I know somebody does.
The etymology of it.
I bet you. Yeah. Like the root word or where it came from or why we named the state that. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
I'm trying to put it together in my head. I think I've heard it before.
Curiosity shit.
We should look that up. Let's ask Siri.
Yeah.
Siri, where did Utah come from? She's not answering. Damn it.
Bitch,
where's the Utah?
Tell me about Utah.
Actually, when we understand our history with more clarity, and these nations should just shut up when it comes to what other nations should do. And sometimes foreign aid seems like a nice joke.
Yeah, other nations should just shut up.
They go around. Let's give them foreign aid and then tell them what to do, but not take care of our own problems.
Well, that's
yeah,
right.
and leave them with a bunch of weapons.
They come back and fight me
really
later.
Smart.
Yep,
yeah, that's no problem though. No worries. They wouldn't do that, right?
No, and it's not the UN. They don't do stuff like that at all. They don't go in. It's their
No.
hand out.
Right, exactly, and that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find out
So
what
Utah
means. What does Utah mean?
Now you're wanting to know.
This is just. This is just.
Did I just create a monster?
Man, it's
No. I'm going to quote System of the Down. Now
it means people of the mountains.
Ooh, wow.
That's just surface.
It's Indian.
Surface. That's just
Indian?
Wikipedia, though.
Well, I got a joke about mountain people. It's a new soda drink. It's called Mountain Jew.
Careful, man.
I know it'll get a strike.
Mountain U.
But
Mountain
they
U,
actually
without the D, right? There's no D on it. It's Mountain U.
Well, they actually have a Mountain Jew. There's an actual. They did a soda like that. Look it up. Google the thing, dude. Really? It's a real thing. I didn't come up with it. Yeah, really.
Jeff Gossett says.
No, you're lying. Come on.
Utah backwards is. Jeff Gossett says Utah backwards is hate you.
Hate you.
It's hot you. They hate you. Dude.
Hot you.
Definitely.
Hot you.
Jeff, we should censor you, dude. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Right. Let's get on with
everybody knows.
History, but not if your own nation is filled with homeless, debt, and problems that should be solved before you start giving.
I wanted to see that one again.
What? Oh, sorry.
That huge. Right. Sorry. No.
With homeless, debt, and.
There. Look at
He's
that.
funny. Like, just listen to his nasally ass fucking monotone shit. It just cracks me up. Makes me want to laugh through the whole thing. I can't take him seriously, even though I do, because I watch his. I've subscribed to him, but still.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've probably seen this video before.
Look at that door, man. Look at that there. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah. But just because it's a giant door doesn't mean that someone wasn't just trying to like invite God himself down. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe the artist that did it or the person who architect wanted God himself to come to the door. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know why people would build stuff like that. We don't know if it really meant that there was 50-foot people, but I mean, come on, do we? Come on, really? No.
Yeah, I think there's plenty.
We don't know that.
I think.
Well, I know there's evidence, but I'm saying it's not like you dug. If I dug up a giant in my backyard and I had it tested myself and I kept it a secret and I could confirm it myself, then I might believe it. But if it didn't happen to me, I don't know. I have a hard time believing stuff like that. Because it's like, where's the evidence for it? Where's the data? Where's the science? Where's the doctor that you know what I'm saying? Where's all that evidence?
Yeah,
it doesn't exist. And they just claim it.
They built it. That small people built it. There's none of that evidence either. You know, so
but even the Egyptians try to take credit for building the pyramids, but we all know they didn't.
No, of course they didn't. Of course they didn't.
They just discovered it. Who knows how long it's been here? You know, like
makes me wonder who did though. You know.
Maybe God himself built it. Who knows? Or maybe some other person, maybe some other like great, leader or something. I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, if you go to
I mean, I believe that they existed. There was some kind of people, but I don't know. I mean, the earth was void, so maybe God's done it before. I don't know. There's a lot of wild ideas.
Could have happened. Yeah. If you go to Campbell's channel, he actually has like photographs of people that are twice our size with people our size. Yeah, you've seen those. Those are big ass people, dude. They need more than an 8-foot door, Yeah,
absolutely.
But like I said, because of the nature of those pictures and how old they are, I can't be sure that it's not some stunt from Barnum, circus thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
or a circus.
I get it. I get it. There's people that are like that, but then there's also a lot of, stunts that they pull where they put them in suits and all that and make people think that they're monsters when they're not. And that, you know what I'm saying? Like it seems to me like one of those things where people
there's one
misunderstand it
famous
and turn
one.
it into some old stupid wives' tale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's one
Egyptology is fake, like geology. Jeff Goss said, without a doubt, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they based it on some language, but
yeah, but I mean, there's a lot more to Egyptology than just the language, isn't there? There's lots. Anything to do with Egypt is Egyptology, isn't it? It's just the pyramids, hieroglyphics. It's all Egyptology, isn't it?
Yeah. There's one famous picture he's got of a it's like a captain in a military in Russia. The guy is actually twice the height of regular men. He's in uniform, in line. They're taking pictures with him. I think that's probably got a little validity to it, but I don't think it's a stunt.
No. I think Ryan's right. Yeah. It can't be. No,
I'm not saying that I wouldn't believe it. I'm just saying,
Luca, hold on. Luca, hold on. Luca's backstage. I do not want you here. Go away, Luca. Go away, Luca.
Is he here to apologize and kiss ass now?
Thank you, Luca. Yeah, he's gone. I don't want him here. Sorry, I don't want him here anymore. I'm done. I'm done with you, Luca. Don't keep trying. I've said, Luca, yes, I forgive you. I love you through Christ, but I don't like you anymore. I had a soft spot for you for ages, and all you've done is took the piss, making silly bloody videos. And even when you're not here, Luca, you've just tried to turn up, and already I've started to talk about you. So that's it, Luca.
How dare you?
Do you know what I mean? It's already, even without him here, it's turning into the Luca show. Luca.
Well, if he could cooperate and let the show go on, it'd be
Luca. I like you as a little dude, but you've derailed too many shows. You just don't listen. Ryan's been trying for 4.5 years. We've been trying for the past year. You're just not listening.
I stopped, but
yeah,
I gave up. I did it for a while.
Yeah, of course.
He probably doesn't even remember it. I don't know if he does or not. But
I meant 4.5 years ago. I didn't mean trying.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah. But I mean, people have been trying for a long time, Luca. I don't mean to be an asshole and tell you just to piss off, but I don't want my show. I don't want things derailed. I don't want these questions all the time about flat earth, especially when I'm not doing flat earth right now. Do you know what I mean? It always comes back to flat earth or, oh, well, are you sure there's a God? Because you're sure about the validity of the Bible. It's always that. And my answer is always the same. Our answers are always the same. Your questions are always the same. And you don't take the answer. The answers will never change. And you just come back and say the same thing every day. So, sorry, Luca, I'm done with it. I was one of the softest ones on you. And you go about telling people I'm a bully. So, Luca, I'm sticking to my guns. I don't want you here. You can try every day if you want, but it's not happening. And flats ain't got to let you in either, especially with the porn bombing and all that going on. It's not happening, dude. It's not happening. So that's it. No more Luca talk. I love you, Luca, through Christ, but I do not want you here in a minute. Definitely not.
And that's definitely not Brenda doing the porn bombing, I'm telling you.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. Don't make me laugh. Every time anybody talks about that, I just start cracking up because I know exactly what. I was like, wait a minute. You just came here just to tell us that you wouldn't do that. What, you just happen to be watching? I thought you didn't watch. I thought you didn't like it. You don't believe us. So why would you watch our show? I don't watch your show, Brenda. Like, come on, dude.
If you look at private chat, Luke actually said okay. He typed okay. As in, when he went away, he typed okay. See, you don't even need to type okay. You could just go. You didn't have to say okay. You know,
he had to leave his mark.
Well, it's a way of making me feel sorry for him because it makes me feel bad.
You know what I think we could? I think if he really wanted to get involved with something, then it would have to be something that doesn't involve flat Earth.
Absolutely.
That he agrees with us on. Otherwise, he's gonna do that because he's one of those. He's a bratty kid, right? He's been spoiled because of his condition, right? Everybody can tell, right? He's been spoiled, and he acts like me, and I know I'm spoiled rotten. I'm totally spoiled rotten by all three of my women, right? They all spoil me. Well, even my daughters. So I'm spoiled.
You got 3 women.
Like so I know.
Brian? 3 women?
Well, I have my mother, I have my grandmother, I have my wife, and then I have my 2 daughters. So yeah, I guess I do have a lot of women around. But you know,
Yeah, but like when he did something
I'm
like that,
surrounded by women. Let's put it that
when I've
way.
asked him to go,
All my family that's alive.
when I've asked him to go, and he leaves his little like, oh, okay, it kind of makes me feel bad. As though like, oh well, was I too harsh? You know, he knows I feel this way about him. He knows that I feel that if I say
Well,
like,
you already
this,
told him he
I'm
wasn't
going to
welcome on
feel
the show
bad
unless
for
he
it.
wasn't listening. Right?
I'm going to feel bad for it. Well, he had me obviously because he said okay. He obviously when you're backstage,
Well, you do have a soft spot, and I did too at first. I was like, I want to teach this. I want to show this guy the truth, right? I want to be the one to reach him because he's smart, right? Because the more he talked to me, the more I realized he does know a lot of things, right? He does have a lot of memory. And I was thinking, man, this guy's autistic. He's not retarded. He's autistic. He's smart, right? He just might sound silly and he has a funny voice, but I just met a nurse today, a really nice nurse. He's a really cool dude. But when he talks, he sounds just like a woman. I mean, exactly like if you didn't see his face, you would swear he was like a 30-ish age woman. You would swear.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Lucas not stupid. He's not silly. He might say stupid. He might say silly stuff.
No, he's
but
very
not
smart,
stupid.
and
he knows how
what
to
he's
work.
doing. Yeah.
He's just got a bias, and he will not listen, even when he concedes.
He's spoiled and he's
he'll
stubborn.
look down again. He'll come back the next day and say the same thing. But Luca, I love you through Christ. I just don't want to be working with
maybe
you.
he's Polish.
I don't want to be working with you.
Come on, man. That reminds me of a
But,
joke.
you know, I don't know. I was
No,
kidding.
I'm trying to tell Luca, listen. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm just trying to tell Luca, if he's listening, no offense, Luca. Like I say, I love you through Christ. But I don't want this all the time. It keeps happening. There's nothing ever gets resolved about us talking to you. When you come on, or when you come on to Flats.
He's apologizing.
Nothing ever
This
gets
is what he
solved.
wants. Stop apology. Do that off.
Just
Do it
talk
after.
first.
Hey,
well,
PJ, well, if he would actually have just taken the maps and the documents that I told him to look at, he could put the dots together and figure it out. But what he did is he took a twist on it with modern science and Google, and he used their maps and everything. But anyways, if he would actually just look at it for what it is instead of trying to twist it. Yeah.
He won't. It's the same as when we say look at the Bible. He won't look at the Bible. He'll just say, "Oh, I've seen enough videos."
I can show you
other people have told me, and ChatGPT will tell me. Come on, dude. That's not personally reading the Bible. That Luca, I just fine. I love you, but I'm not going to keep doing this back and forth. Trusting you, and then not trusting you. Trusting you, then not trusting you. I'm not going to keep doing it. So there's got to be a line drawn somewhere. You know what I mean, Luca? I don't hate you at all. You know what I mean? And I do not bully, that's for sure. And to say I bully Flats is ridiculous. You know? And that's
when do
you
done. When do you bully Flats? I've never seen that happen.
Every night, obviously. Every night I must tell him what to do on the show and that. I don't know.
It's emotional abuse, man. It's just you being there is abusing it.
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
Right. Anyway, let's play this.
Okay.
Problems that should be solved before you start giving.
Ooh, Ryan has been frozen. Is he now a clone? Is it now a clone? Is he the clone now?
Being cloned now.
He's being cloned. Look, he's just frozen there, just staring into space. Look.
Oh, there
he is. He's back. He's back.
That's because I closed the window out so I could go to YouTube and find the clip that I showed Luca and a bunch of other guys. And I want to show you the video because I want to see if you guys. I'll just tell you where to find it or whatever. I don't even know how to play a video from here with my phone. I don't even know how to do that. So hang on. If I disappear or freeze up, it's because I closed the window.
Go for it. See if it works.
All right. Oh damn it! Now it says I don't have any creative.
No.
Oh. Yeah, losing up again. Just wait for him to come back.
Yeah, he's trying to dig the video up.
I know. Well, if you've got the link, I can easily go get it. If it's a YouTube one, obviously.
Yeah. Maybe he's just got it on file. I've left a couple of comments for Luca. I've been to I've opened every one of his videos, and it's like
I got the clip.
Luca here.
You
That's
there?
all we talk about.
Yeah, we are.
I'm gonna post it in chat, in
Okay.
private chat.
Okay.
So that way one of you guys can play it. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
No, PJ's got the PC.
Well, it's sort of it. The PC's at home.
Now, this is a clip. I don't know if it's going to work as a clip. If it doesn't, then I'll have to tell you what time to go to. But this should take you to the spot where I showed him the video, and then you guys watch that and you tell me.
Yeah. It's an 18
it's part of a long video. But
it's an 18
cut out
second.
of some mission.
Yeah, it's an 18-second clip. Yeah.
That's small.
Okay.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
Hold your breath.
But this is what I showed him, and I want you to tell me if you see the problem with it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm not going to give you any clues though.
It's not a porn bomb, is it?
No, dude. Why would I do something like that? And if it is, it's because someone hacked my account. Okay, like seriously. Just watch the video carefully.
Right. So hold on. You're looking at the right. Okay.
Okay. You're looking at two cameras. Okay. One's outside.
I'm just waiting.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm waiting until I stop roboting. I'm waiting until my computer stops playing up.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's
I don't hear you roboting.
Right.
So
okay. Right. Here we go.
We can hear you.
Ooh. You see the problem?
Hold on.
No, you have to watch it a couple times. It took me a minute to find it. It took me a minute. So if you think about the camera angle, why did just rewind it a little bit?
Successful stage.
Watch it in slow motion. You'll see what I'm talking about. You see the problem? You see it, right? Yeah, the problem. There's no way that thing's going in two places at the same time.
No, it's not even
Compare
moving,
the two
dude.
cameras.
Yeah.
Compare the two cameras. When that first stage thing falls off, okay?
Yeah.
Now, you see the angle that it's falling off? If this camera is at an angle sideways on the thing, how is it falling directly away from it that way and that way at the same time? It's impossible.
It doesn't.
Right?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. In other words,
you get it?
going
Okay.
straight down.
Now I showed him and I showed Matthew Learns this video, and I even explained to him right where the problem was. I showed him. I said, if that rocket thing fell directly off straight towards the Earth, then why is it when you're looking at a side view, it shows it falling in the same angle? It should be going to your left and down, not straight away on that right camera, because it's at an angle looking from the outside of the ship's. It's in between the motor or the engines or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
So
it doesn't make any. Now, even though I explained that to them and I showed them, I even drew little circles on it, and they both said they didn't see the problem. They're like, I don't see what your problem is. I don't understand why you think that's a problem. I'm like, dude, if you don't see it, there's something wrong, bro.
Yeah. Which way is down?
Denied that.
Brian. Which way is down?
Down. Yeah. Which way is down? Is it to the right or is it straight away? I mean, if the rocket falls off, it has to go straight off. Otherwise, it would bang into the parts of the rocket, wouldn't it?
But
get
I
it?
want to ask you.
This is the second stage that lights up after that first one falls off, right? So this is the new rocket that hasn't ran yet. Get what I'm saying? So
I got you.
It doesn't make any sense at
sorry,
all, bro.
I had to answer the door. Sorry, let's play again.
All right. I was going to
play
say
in
that
slow motion.
the velocity.
I
want to ask Ryan, can I ask you a question real quick? Now look at this, and the speed it's actually going at, according to what NASA's data is, the velocity would have more effect on the rocket itself. It looks like it's almost still, like a still shot.
Yeah.
It's a studio still shot.
I'm gonna play it quarter speed.
It's totally fake. You can so see that it's fake.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't even think about matching it up right.
Right, I'm going to play it quarter speed.
Bad CGI. Bad. But it has to be.
Oh yeah.
You see what I mean? Like if it's going straight away from that engine, and the camera's facing, it's like over here to the left, right?
Yeah.
It's looking the other way. How could it be falling to the right and straight away? It's not possible, dude.
No.
And in my brain, I'm sitting there going, why? I kept watching that part of the video. I go, there's something wrong here, but I couldn't tell what it was. I was like waiting for like something to move around at the bottom of the engine, and then all of a sudden I saw that, and my brain kept popping every time I'd watch it, and it took me a while to actually see it. And then I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. And I didn't catch it the first 2 or 3 times I watched it. Someone else showed it to me at some point, I think. Or maybe not. I think I did figure it out on my own. But it took me like a few minutes of watching it. Oh, because I kept looking for things that were wrong, right? And I was just watching. I just started at the beginning, and when it was taken off, I was thinking that camera would have been destroyed, right? I'm thinking to myself, there's no way. Like, and as I was going along, I found this spot, and I was like, this is perfect. This is something that normally you wouldn't notice right away, but it's definitely something you can't deny once you see it, right? You're like, wait a minute. And then when you see that every single shuttle mission that's around that time has the same defect, every single one of them. So it's almost like they're going to space camp and making a video, and then they're putting those up as actual astronauts going to space.
Right.
That's what it
Hold
seems like.
on a second, Ryan. I've just noticed that Barbara come in. Say I said
hey,
no, Luca, and resume the stream. You all have a great day, restful sleep. Yeah, I did. Luca tried to come in, and I said no, it's not happening anymore. Barbara, nice one for popping in again. Bless you and have a nice sleep, Barbara. Listeners, I doze off. My thought before sleep: what if Luca has to come to say many channels daily, spending so much time in chat or in panels? I would waste a moment to explain that I just said no, Luca, and resume the stream. You all have a great day. Yeah, well, true, absolutely. Yes, exactly. But he needs to stop trying to come in when I've said no. If I want him to come in, I'll contact him and say, Luca, you can come in. But it's not happening. Anyway, enough. Let's carry on with this. But yeah, you're right about that clip, Ryan. Definitely.
Yeah, and I thought it was so obvious. So I showed it to a bunch of people. Almost every person that was like, people like us that really look at stuff, it didn't take them long. I only had to show it a couple times. I played it 2 or 3 times, and then finally they were like, wait a minute. Oh, I see it. And they're like, oh, man, I can't believe I didn't see it the first time. And it got everybody else admitted that they saw it, right, eventually. It took them a minute or so, or watching it 3 or 4 times. But once I played it a few times, they were like, dude, I would have never noticed that if you wouldn't have said that. I'm like, I know, right? It's like you don't really pay attention to it because you're not really focused on, you think, because you're accepting that it's real, right? You're giving it the benefit of the doubt when you're watching videos. Because some of the NASA videos I think are real. I think they actually do take videos when they go up. I don't know how they're getting up there or how they do it, but whatever they're doing, they are taking videos up there. And whether they're faking them or not, I mean, how do we know? Right?
No,
I can't be sure. Some of the videos look like genuine, and they show the Earth to be flat with a dome over it. I've seen plenty of them. And so it makes me doubt that they're telling us all lies. I think they're scooping in the real thing all the time. But if you don't go and watch each individual video that they put out for each individual mission, you won't really understand what they're really going around and doing. Because the video that I found, or it was around the time when I found the video. Anyway, that's a whole nother talk. Anyway,
okay.
I don't want to distract you. But you know what I mean. I was just trying.
Nice one for that. Let's carry on.
Yeah, carry on.
People's money to other nations, or before you start letting newcomers in. Again, you should take care of what you have. Before you start construction on a road, you should fix the existing ones. And here I'm starting out with Beirut. Why Beirut was once called the Paris of the Middle East. All of these nations that are going through turmoil show evidence of once having a very orderly, peaceful, prosperous community inhabiting its streets. And the more man intervenes, the more turmoil. It's that clear. We're told that these cities looked so beautiful because of colonialism, be it the French or the British. But when these cities look like every other city in the realm, we have to ask ourselves about the true origins. In my last video, I shared accounts of Mormons arriving in the 1850s, and in every other city in the realm, we have to ask ourselves about the...
That one. What is that illustrating? Is that meant to be 3 satellites of some sort, 3 suns? No, because the sun's up there already. What is this meant to be?
Looks to me like spaceships. Maybe it's ball lightning.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because there seems to be like some kind of propulsion coming out of the back there. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Wow. Okay. It's interesting.
true origins. In my last video, I shared accounts of Mormons arriving in the 18th.
I didn't mute you, did I? Oh,
I
wrong
did
name.
here. And they discussed.
Sorry. Ryan's muted. I didn't mute you, did I, Ryan?
No, I did it because I was talking to my dad.
Okay, so you did it. Okay, sorry, dude. I thought I did it by mistake. I was like, what?
No, you're good. I do it because otherwise I'll talk over you or I'll run it because I'm yelling at my kid or I'm, whatever. I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah. What?
The parcel wasn't mine.
Sorry?
The parcel wasn't mine.
What do you mean it's not yours?
It's Dennis. They sent it to the wrong house. I just sent to Dennis over the fence. But,
What, they've sent you the wrong stool?
No, they've sent Dennis.
Oh, that box that just come, they've sent it to you and it's not yours.
Yeah, I just gave it Dennis.
So what was it, a stool?
I don't know what it was.
Oh, I thought you said stool. And I'm like, well, how the hell?
No, it's in Dennis on there. It was Dennis.
I thought you said stool, and I was going to say, well, he ordered a stool the same time as you did. What?
Royal Mail.
Couldn't tell you.
Because they got told it was delivered, and obviously it wasn't delivered to them. I said, no.
No, because it was just out front. They knocked the door, and by the time I got to the door, they'd gone.
Useless. You said number 6 on it.
I know.
Can't be asked to look, can
I know,
they?
ridiculous.
Huh? Give it Dennis.
All right. Cool.
Hey, PJ,
Right.
PJ, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got kicked out for a second.
Yeah, I jumped in and jumped out because I don't think you were hearing me. I wanted to ask Brian a question.
Go on.
Yeah, have you ever heard of GeoShifter?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I think so. I've heard.
You ever watch any of his shuttle footage and stuff?
I don't know if you played part of it. I could tell you if I have or not. But
He
I
has
don't remember exactly.
he does a skit called Giants in Space. He does a space shuttle satellite launch, and you can actually see one of the staff members in the back behind the shuttle while they're launching satellite.
Yeah.
You seen that one?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I just saw one where it shows the Earth turning in the background, and you don't see anything else, but then you can see like a reflection of an ashtray and a guy sitting in front of like a table, and you can see like there's a door open in the background, and you can see it reflected right on the screen. It's like, what? Like, are you kidding me? Like, and you don't really see it at first, but it's really vague. But once you like enhance it with video, you like can really see it. It's like, wow, dude. It's like the guy, like somebody opened the door of the trailer when he was doing it.
That was the 80 that was 80s NASA right there. Everything that NASA put out.
Always do.
It was all models, dude.
Well, some of it was pretty good though. I mean, I'll give them that. Some of it looks pretty cool,
Yeah.
But
they
I have seen a video that I do believe probably is real footage, but I don't know. I can't be sure, but
yeah.
If I was going to believe anything that NASA put out, it would be a few. I can show you a couple. I showed you guys a picture before, right?
Yeah.
It literally shows a dome over the top of the Earth. It looks just like what the Bible describes. It's fascinating, bro. I was like, wait a minute, maybe they are showing us the truth. They just, only give you little
bits of it. Yeah. The other thing
little glimpses.
What I'm getting like from NASA or Russia is that they're taking high altitude footage of like giant seabeds from, I say 100 miles up. They're just taking long range pictures of it, and I get them on their feed all the time, and there's no curvature on the ground at all.
Yeah,
they're not bending it at all. They're letting it taking raw photos.
Because of whatever reason they need that to be right. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to know where they're going. They need that flat telemetry data.
Yeah, they can't just screw around.
Treat the Earth like a ball. Yeah. It's kind of hard to do.
Oops. Oh, I'm sorry. That got maybe we shouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah, well, they're putting it on. They're putting it on video feeds on their website, dude. They're showing just flat miles and miles and miles and miles and beyond recognition. You can't see anything else. So I don't think they're scared anymore.
No, probably not. I don't think they were ever probably scared. It's just now people are seeing it and they're talking about it. It wasn't really talked about before, really, is what it was.
Yeah, and
most people didn't notice. I didn't notice a lot of it when I was younger. I just didn't notice it. If I would have noticed it, I would have said something. but no one ever gave me the inkling, like, this, pay attention, maybe there's something there. I never thought they would tell us the truth. Like, once I found out the Earth was flat, I thought, well, they're just gonna lie about it and tell you something else, right? But little did I know that there was a lot of stuff out there. It was like, wow, I was shocked.
Yeah. Right. Go play.
Well, sometimes truth is stranger
Just
than
filling
fiction.
these cities up, populating this state of Utah with their own people. Then I showed a picture of an old inhabitant of Utah, a Native American from the Timpanogos tribe, and he and his wife looked Indian. She had the dot on her head, and he was dressed really well. Had really fine shoes, pants, and button-up shirt. Looked like it was made of silk. And anyway, I talked about the potential Indian from India history, and a lot of people chimed in and said, you've got it all wrong. The black man was the original occupant of North America, and I have made videos on that in the past. I have a video titled World War Zero, which I never heard about in my studies in school.
Yeah, I have no idea about that. As far as I know, the native Indians were the originals. As far as I know, so I know nothing about history though. So well, neither do we, any of us, really. But yeah, no idea. I mean, as far as I was concerned, I thought it was the native Indians. Hey, Derek, good to see you, bro.
Yeah, I
Good
think
to
we
see you,
all
man.
came down from the north. To be honest with you, I think it's where we all started originally. That's why it's off limits.
Yeah.
And in that video, we discovered that yes, indeed, the black man has a history in North America, long before talk of slavery and bringing anyone over from Africa. We can see many...
No idea. I had no idea about that. Didn't have a clue. Interesting. I can see where the inspiration come from then.
depictions and photos of what we are told are Native Americans, and they are clearly a black people. We can go further south and see giant heads of statues from...
That is huge. That is huge, man. Look at the work it would have took to make that. I mean, that's amazing. It's amazing, man. Have you ever met any
Crow Indians or Sioux?
I've never, ever, as far as I know, met a Native Indian, a Cherokee, a Sioux, a Mohican, whatever. I've never met any at all.
I know some Blackfoot and Crow that are actually just as black as African Americans.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
They are.
No idea.
I have friends that are that color. I promise you. I grew up with them.
I mean, you do get, even when it comes to like Asian Indians, you know, like Indians next to Pakistan, you get some of them that are really, really dark in color, almost. Well, some of them are just as black people. Yeah.
My dad said
the features are different. Just the features are different, you know.
Yeah. When he was in Midway, the natives in Midway are actually black, almost as black as tar.
Wow.
They live in right on the equator, right in the sun all the time, man. And they've alchemated to the point where their skin pigment is beyond black. It's almost purple. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's mad. There's a guy over here called he's a criminal, and he got called Purple Ake. He's up from Liverpool kind of way, and I used to wonder why he used to get called Purple Ake, but apparently he got called Purple Ake because he was that black. He got called purple, and I was like, well, that makes no sense, but I get it now.
Yeah.
Okay, for a second. Yeah. Vicky's telling me to turn the camera off. Well, she passes.
We see you, Vicky.
They see you. So what was that?
I'm messing with you. I don't see you.
Huh? What was that face for? I know you're in your dramas.
I could just said that.
How come your voice has disappeared again? It was already a second ago. It wasn't like that. I'm only joking. You're a weirdo. I'm only joking. You okay?
No much shit.
Babe, will you quit with the swearing?
They can't hear me.
Yeah, they can. Well, it doesn't matter if they can hear you. I don't want you to swear live to me. What? She said the mattress is poops.
Oh no.
That's mattress to everybody, to anyone in America. Mattress
Yeah.
here is mattress in America.
That's a strange thing. They should call it something else there.
It's weird, isn't it? Why do you call a tap a faucet though? I mean, faucet. What is the actual meaning of a faucet? The implement that lets the water out, is that called a faucet, or is the whole system called
It's a valve. Yeah.
Oh, faucet is a valve, right? Right, I get it. I get it now. Okay, I get
a
it.
rubber valve. It's a metal valve with a rubber seal on it that plugs it, that goes down inside and turns it up. Yeah, that's what they call it.
He's never done plumbing.
But
work
there are
on
other names.
CJ. Yeah.
Yeah. Got you.
Oh, well,
That's your standard English name.
You've dealt with it. You just don't know the names. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that's it.
You've had to fix shit. Trust me. You know all about plumbing. You just don't realize it. Shit doesn't run uphill, you know. And payday is on Friday.
Is it?
Derek says my grandpa has a peace pipe from Sitting Bull's grandson. He keeps it in his gun case and has never smoked from it. He was Ojibwe, however you pronounce that. I haven't got a clue. But yeah, that's interesting, man. That's interesting. Right.
A people that we call the Olmec, also black man in America. And essentially what we see is all people. Wow, all people. Man. I grew up in Arizona. I got my first apartment in Flagstaff and was friends with a lot of Hopi. I'd already studied Buddhism, was very familiar with the Tibetans, and couldn't help but notice that the Hopi absolutely resembled the Tibetans. And then we've also discussed the Vikings. The truth is there are records, even in our history, that don't seem like they're pushed as heavily as the Christopher Columbus story, that discuss the Vikings actually first discovering America. Now, when we look at the word Vikings, we see the word kings, and we see VI before kings. And are the Vikings being portrayed as a primitive people in our history? The same way all past civilizations are portrayed, even though their architecture and wisdom carried on through generations seems very advanced. We've discussed Mount Rushmore and how the native people used to call it the Six Grandfathers. This thing is built in the middle of nowhere by a man and his son at a sacred site called the Six Grandfathers.
The Six Grandfathers.
Yeah, there's a place. It's real.
Yep, and they covered it over. Yep.
Yeah.
Rushmore.
There was
Carved out of stone, they covered
so in that Rushmore, there was six. There used to be six faces there before, was there?
No, it's just a place called Six Grandfathers.
Okay. I thought you was trying to say that. I thought you were implying there was six faces there before, and it got covered like.
I've never seen any photos of that. I've just heard the story. I've lived in Dakotas for a while, so in the Badlands, the native tell the stories.
I mean, that is some monument to be able to do. I mean. Must be massive. That Mount Rushmore, is it? One of them faces must be huge.
They are, but I think that they're more fascia. It's not like they carved it out of solid stone. They did a lot of concrete work.
They put stuff onto it. Yeah. They built onto it. Yeah. I suppose that would be
built it in no time, though. From what I remember, I've watched mainstream documentaries on it. I haven't really researched it, but I had a friend who actually went up there and put graffiti on George Washington and got arrested by the feds.
Really? Wow. So where did he do it? Right in his forehead?
No, it was on his nose, dude. He was.
Oh,
he
was
went
it?
Up there. Yeah. he spray painted something
out of it.
Maybe.
Wow, would you do that, babe?
I don't know, man.
What's wrong with it?
That'd be a chore.
Yeah, it would be. Oh, it was Mr. Super Sidewinders in there, and he said to you, "No porn bombing, babe." That's when you were walking past me, John. What you talking about?
Nobody saw you. We were just giving you shit.
Right, carry on.
And here we must consider who the grandfathers are. We must consider the Vikings, or the 6 kings, or was it 7 kings? 7 nations, 7 continents, all under the same umbrella, all operating as a peaceful realm, building the same architectural style in every corner.
So, I just missed that. I was trying to read, see the kind of, right, so Cherokee I've heard of, Choctaw, never heard of, Muskogee, never heard of, Chickasaw I've heard of.
Muskegon is up there.
Oh, okay, okay. So I've only had the 2 of them. Only ever had the 2 of them.
There's more than that. The Choctaw are in the Catawba, or if they settled Carolina with the Cherokee. They had big nations there at one point in time, and they had civilizations.
There's a whole bunch of them.
I
I know a few Indian guys that told me all about it.
Yeah.
Their religion is
I had
interesting.
a bee girl from South Carolina when I was like 16. There's a girl I can remember in Desiree. She was a Lumbee Indian. She's a big bone girl, strong, healthy.
Yeah, you gotta love those.
Absolutely.
7 continents, all under the same umbrella, all operating as a peaceful realm, building the same architectural style in every corner of the world. So let's look at the things I was actually going to share today.
Ooh, I like his little.
Here I wanted to talk about Cedar City. Cedar City will have been one of those towns that they found. Totally old brick city in the middle of nowhere. And I was reading this a couple days ago, and what interested me is how there are actually no cedars in Cedar City. They didn't even realize that the trees that are...
You're kidding. Cedar City, and there's no cedars whatsoever.
Well, what it is juniper. People mistake the two, but that whole name wasn't right. He thinks there were cedars there before there were junipers, but you know what I'm saying? And I live in that part of the woods. Yeah.
The juniper berries is what they make gin out of, isn't it? Juniper berries.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Disgusting. Yeah, that's what they make gin out of. Gin. Yeah.
Juniper grows really. It burns really good. It's good firewood. It's one of the best.
Oh yeah, especially when they catch on fire, they burn all the way up, and they grow them very tall around here. They grow spears of them, dude, and they catch on fire. I just saw palm trees and stuff burn.
Burns forever, dude.
Yeah, dude, an ash just goes everywhere, red ash, and it was catching everything on fire around it. It was crazy, bro. It was insane. I was like, dude. It's like
so if you want to slow burn,
they were just, it was crazy. All the parking lots, around all the area were just full of ash and like chunks of burning material. It was crazy, bro. And the fire department was running everywhere.
Fire, get you some juniper wood, dude. Get a cord of juniper. It burns forever, dude. It used to last me all winter. A cord would
nice.
And it burns slow and hot. Yeah.
Nice.
Abundant, I have them too in my area, are not actually cedars but junipers. And to this day I order wood from my woodsman, and he asks me if I want pine or cedar, and the cedar is actually juniper. Really good burn, really dense, a hardwood. And if there were any cedars in this town, I think they may have been giant trees, giant cedar trees that were perhaps destroyed in a past reset. Now I want to look at Coney Island.
Coney?
That's quite a jump.
Ooh.
Okay, Coney Island. Now, Coney Island has kind of a World's Fair vibe going on. In amusement, we're told. And I have no doubt that...
It does look World Fairish going on there. Like everybody from around all gathered together. Doing stuff and enjoying it. A couple of that is a US flag, stars and stripes there, isn't it?
Absolutely. What else would you expect?
Well, yeah.
You want the Union Jack flying over it, right?
No, I wouldn't want the Union Jack. That's for sure. I'm not a Union Jack type of person. I'm a bit. No. Union Jack's not for me, dude. Union Jack's not for me.
You're voting for Thatcher?
No. No. Nah, Union Jack's just not for me. It's not the flag I go under. I mean, yes, it's a UK flag, it's Britain, whatever, but I don't. I'll stick to the Scottish flag.
No Churchill? Come on.
No Churchill, dude. Wow.
We'll fight on the beaches.
Yeah, of course. He recorded that after. After. Yeah.
They rehearsed. They rehearsed that before they did it too. People were getting hurt during the rehearsal.
Of course. Ridiculous, man.
Yep.
They had a party here before demolishing most of it. But what is this really? I mean, it seems awesome. It seems like the best city ever. All of these amusement hubs. I mean, the kind of place you'd want to live and walk around. And yet these were just amusement parks, we're told. Fairs. And they always have a waterway in the center. Fountains, water. Always a big tower in the center. Towers all around. And what may have this really have been? Here's another look. Coney Island. We see all these roller coasters. 1, 2, 3.
It's well known, isn't it, Coney Island, for that type of thing, the seaside resorts and the
Absolutely
roller coasters and that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know much of it, but if I hear the Coney Island, that's what I think of, is that kind of seaside thing, you know.
When I was growing up, they actually did a franchise of Coney Island hot dog stores all over the U.S. Ryan probably had one near him. Ryan, you had a Coney Island hot dog place near you when you were growing up?
I remember eating Coney Island hot dog. I don't know if it was from Coney Island. But...
You know, well, they franchised it. They went all over, like for sure the Southwest, and they had these little restaurants called Coney Island, and you could go in and get a Coney Island dog anywhere in the country.
I barely remember.
Right?
Yeah, Jeff says the Union Jack's all the UK
flags
together.
That.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's kind of, isn't it?
They cut out. You cut out.
It is, but I mean, I know it's but I just don't like being because it's equated with the monarchy, isn't it? Sort of thing. That,
yeah, we gotta have some
I just
kind
don't
of
like it. Even as a Rangers supporter, and they use the Union Jack, I don't like the Union Jack, to be honest. It's like, I mean, I don't like any bloody flags, to be honest. It's just I've never liked the Union Jack and what it stood for.
Just in this little picture here. And my thoughts were that this is all industrial. This has nothing to do with amusements. These are often by the water, super industrial looking, brick buildings everywhere, smokestacks, and I think these were centers of commerce, industrial warehouses, shipping, transportation hubs.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? That's the kind of things that go on in them places. Yeah, why not? And if it's close to the sea. It's on the sea, so a lot of seaside harbors and stuff like that are hubs for merchants, isn't it? For import, export, buying, selling, all that kind of stuff. You know.
I think it's where mercantile came from, like the whole saying.
Aye.
And there would be no need for such extravagant centers in this early time period, in this horse and wagon pre-industrial time period. Small populations and no power. Oftentimes, these scenes predate power. We see something similar at the Ferry Building in San Francisco, and this is over-the-top development for this time period. This is complete. Buildings are built right up to the edge of the water. Artificial coastlines everywhere. The peak of a civilization. Everything is done, but now in ruins, and all of this would be repurposed, demolished, and forgotten. So this is the picture I was talking about. This is the one that just slapped me in the face and made me realize these were not.
Right, let's make that bigger and get rid of us. Yeah, Ryan seems to have disappeared for a bit.
He needs to go look at this. Go
He is
downtown
there.
Frisco. We need boots
Oh,
on
I
the
can go to
ground.
Frisco if you want. I've been there a couple times. I go there all the time, actually. But
So
I can
that
go.
is
It's only like 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away.
So that is of Coney,
What do you want?
Coney Island.
What do you want me to confirm? I can go confirm.
Well, this
buildings
is
and stuff,
Frisco.
sure.
Yeah, that's Frisco right there.
Yeah, I know.
Well, he's pulling up the picture of it.
Yeah,
He
I've
thinks
seen
it's
this
Coney
video.
Island. Yeah. You watched it?
Oh, you think it? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Way
I mean,
back in the day, it used to be nice. Yeah. What happened?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Obviously.
I found out about the
Amusement
bathhouse
parks.
that they
Now
have. That was interesting. In San Francisco, there's this huge, like, gigantic, like, it was like the size of a warehouse, and they let ocean water come in, so they didn't have to filter the water. They just pumped the ocean water in when the tide would come in, and then all the people would show up, and they'd all swim in it, and they had slides and all this cool stuff. And then they got rid of it for some reason. I forget why, but it was this huge place though, and like, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, he did.
And it was like right off of Cliff House. Supposedly, to get to it, you went down the stairs at Cliff House. You know that spiral staircase that goes down. Supposedly that led across, and there used to be a bridge across where the water splashes there, and now there's like a little courtyard. But it used to be like a trail that went across in a bridge, and then you could go across. I don't know if it's true, but supposedly you go across this bridge, and then you walk down, and there was this huge building that was right at water level, right at sea level. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I read all about it and watched videos, and this guy is the one that turned me on to that interesting stuff. I was like, wow, I didn't know about that. And then when I went to Frisco, I actually saw a brochure about it. I was like, wow, I didn't, I would have never known that. And I would have probably never believed it if I would have took it seriously, But
that's it.
I think John did a video on that particular house too, didn't he? I think he did.
Ah, interesting.
It's right on. Yeah, but it was for public use, and then it became like a private club eventually, and you had to buy memberships to go to it. But it's municipal. It's like for everybody.
Yeah, for loads of people. All right. Cool.
Zoom in a little bit, and you can see what I'm talking about. One of these little sections is Coney Island. One of them. And what you can see is this is much more than
Coney
an
Island
amusement park. These are...
one section is Coney Island. One section. What?
PJ was right. I thought he said Frisco. New York.
Fully developed towns with industry. This is all industry and not amusement, in my opinion. Ferris wheel, tower, train going around it, feeding into this super building. And then let's move next door here. Roller coaster, roller coaster, roller coaster, giant building. Let's move over. Roller coaster, roller coaster, roller coaster, giant tower, Ferris wheel, another giant tower, octagon, lake, ramp going up to tower in the ocean. Piers with buildings on them. And let's go behind it. Roller coaster, towers, buildings, train tracks leading out to nothingness and disrepair. We move over.
That's very interesting, isn't it?
That's huge.
Leading out to leading out to nothingness, but coming from where there's meant to be all this amusement at. So do you think, I mean, obviously the Ferris wheel and that's there, so there is amusement going on as probably part of a cover in a way, isn't it? It's part of it. Obviously it's going on, but you know what I mean? It covers what is actually going on underneath and inside, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
They repurposed like other buildings for the amusement park, but they had industrial complexes in there too.
Absolutely. That's a better way of putting it. Right.
Why don't we have stuff like that now? That's my question. Where are they?
Exactly. And Derek says, man, this roast I made is heavy. French dark roast, oof. They call it Ojibwe Chippewa. By the way. Wow, man. Wow. Is that what you're on about the food of the native Indian people you're talking about? Is that what you're on about? Aye. Is that
That's
sounds
native
nice.
Indian. Yeah.
Sounds nice. Lovely.
Over giant building, towers, giant tower, roller coaster around it, roller coaster up here. And let's look at the title again. Bird's Eye View, Coney Island. And we see somebody has numbered the buildings. number 8,
Yeah.
number 5, and I made a great video a while back. I think it was called Bird's Eye Views of a bunch of cities all throughout the realm and how they're all complete. And it looks like these maps, as I shared in that video, were like real estate brochures selling off these buildings and this land.
And that's the thing. You just look at these pictures, just a quick scan of it. No, you look over it. You just got to think it's pictures of all old times, and you just don't. I mean, but then you have a good look at it, and like he's saying, the numbers on the buildings, the tracks, this and that. Then you kind of see it. But just on a brief look over, a glance, you're not going to see that. That's crazy. I like that.
Where are all the people that made all this stuff now? That's my question.
Exactly right, dude.
I don't see them. Do you ever meet any?
No, never.
To those that would take control of all of this. So here we can see the buildings, the Pavilion, Ocean Parkway, over on this side, Luna Park, Dreamland, Steeplechase Park, Brighton Beach, Racetrack. So there we go. All of this, in my opinion, is actually for sale. And perhaps these fairs were like real estate's tours. Now I've discussed how the fairs may have been indoctrination schools, and we have proof of that, even with the notebook that I have sitting here right next to me, proving that the world's...
See, Ryan's doing the hoovering.
Is he?
Fair play, bro. Fair play.
He's hoovering what?
He's hoovering the carpet.
Nice. We don't call it hoovering. We call it vacuum cleaning.
I know. Wait, I mean, Hoover's just a brand.
Yeah. Actually, 6 months ago, I rebuilt an old Kirby.
Ah,
But
okay.
it is a Hoover, see? It is a Hoover.
It's actually a Hoover.
Oh my God, it is a Hoover.
Yep, got it on right on the...
Yeah, so
Nice.
he's actually hoovering. He's actually got the Hoover brand. Fair play.
Yeah, I've got a Eureka.
Right.
Eureka. I don't get
Fair
it.
was a type of school, but I think it had many different applications. But the only thing I want to emphasize in this segment is that this was not a fair. These are not meant to be amusements. And the fact that most of it is gone is proof of that. But as I look at it here, again, I see industry, and that's what I want to stress. All these towers, all these Eiffel-esque towers were not originally intended for pure beauty or fun, but rather industrial. Now I want to talk...
Function.
Yeah, function. Exactly right. And maybe to attract people there, they put that kind of thing there, and then it's just, like you say, functionality. It's a bit of a mask.
Everybody wants to pay for an Eiffel. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
The Eiffel Tower. Yeah.
The Eiffel.
About the tabernacle that I hit pretty hard in my last two videos. But first, a quick moment of nature.
A quick moment.
Is that what he does that all the time? Oh, no. You see it?
Nature is like...
I saw it.
Did you see the dog there, or the wolf, or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's probably
medicine when you live in a world like ours. And recently I showed a picture of the tabernacle, an old photo, where it was like 5 or 6 stories tall, totally exposed. And we know very well by now there's at least 4 floors going under the temple and this tabernacle. We've seen pictures of recent excavation of the temple to prove this. They've been renovating it for like 5 years now. And we have old pictures in the 60s where they renovated and showed the blockage going down at least 40 or 50 feet. Again, we couple it with a picture of the tabernacle going down. And I'm not looking at it now, but I've showed an old photo in the past where this tabernacle building says airport on the top. It has a big arrow. And this is a temple.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
funny. Yeah.
That is funny because you ain't landing a plane on that.
No, they're talking about airships.
I know,
the Zeppelins. It's
I know,
a Led
yeah.
Zeppelin and the
Led
mothership.
Zeppelin, yeah. Gosh.
That was weird.
It's
You
just
blacked
funny.
out for me.
Yeah, and that Hoover's loud. Close my door.
Yeah, you're loud in general.
Oh yeah, I'm a lad well.
Oh, aye, a loud well.
Well, we could lump this into cathedral, any place of worship. I think these had another purpose, especially with their organs. Inside this domed building, we can find this giant organ. And this organ has been here since day one. I mean, you can see old pictures of this organ looking.
And now, Coventry Cathedral. Coventry Cathedral's got a big old organ. It's got the biggest tapestry in the world. Here.
Would you like to sit down and play that thing, PJ?
Wow,
sit
man.
down and
That's crazy. Of course. I think just playing one note would rattle your eardrums, man.
Oh, yeah.
Those
are huge pipes. Yeah.
Big pipes. Big old pipes and that. I mean, wow, you could probably fit yourself in them. You could climb up them. You know? It looks like the place. It looks like the place they used for that. Do you remember? Do you remember Daredevil, the movie back in 2000 with Ben Affleck, and he fights Bullseye? It's almost like that, you know, the size of the pipes. He jumps up and down there.
That was a good movie. I like Daredevil.
I actually liked it. A lot of people think that was a flop. Well, it was a flop, but I liked it. I actually liked it. Yeah, definitely.
What about
just as it does today? And
I like Ant-Man. I don't like the newest one, the Quantumania. That was terrible. But
they're using quantum mechanics, man. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, it was just ridiculous.
They made a pill for quantum mechanics. You heard Sabina Hassenfeller. They made a pill for quantum mechanics.
They made a pill for it. Yeah. Right.
I didn't know they needed a pill for it.
Well, one day.
I think
again, we saw airport.
Yeah, absolutely insane.
Nuts.
Absolutely.
On top of this thing in an old photo, and I want to bring this back to the Philly Gasworks building. Philly Gasworks looks like a temple or cathedral, and yet it's one of the few that we're told are a building producing gas. And how about the airships? The airships of the past will have required gas. And often these are confused with just big balloons. But in the past they had steel cages, restaurants, hotels, absolute something of the past that we have lost. I've often discussed how the
I know I roboted out then, so I'm going to take it back about 10 seconds because, it would have been for 10 seconds.
Hey, I got a question, PJ. How do you make steel float in the air?
How do you make steel float in the air?
Yeah, because basically, how did gravity work with that?
Yeah, well, exactly. Exactly, dude. You'd think with gravity, then steel ain't getting up in the air. But,
well, obviously, it does go up in the air, though. It can.
It certainly does. It certainly does.
Yeah. Weird, that, ain't it?
And it's same as like all these steel-built boats, these big ships. You'd think they would just sink because of the weight of them, but displacement, the shape of them, and that displacement, you know.
The wider the displacement, the better it floats. Doesn't matter what it's made out of.
Exactly right.
This is an amazing realm we live in, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It really is. It really is, and people don't appreciate it that much. When you come to flat Earth, you tend to appreciate it more. Because you realize you're not insignificant. You know.
Yeah, you were made for this place.
Exactly right. In
the past, they had steel cages, restaurants, hotels, absolute luxury. And this technology is clearly something of the past that we have lost. I've often discussed how these World's Fair buildings are large enough to house such vessels of travel. You would have needed giant hangars to park these things. You would have needed big towers on top of buildings to refuel them. And I think this is a big part of our history and cover-up. These could not exist. Today we would have airships the size of recreational vehicles, and they couldn't have that. We would discover...
No, exactly. I mean, can you imagine these up in the air now? I mean, that's huge, those airships were, man.
Oh, believe it or not, NASA's remaking some of them right now. Believe it, they're making more new, faster,
stronger, faster.
Yeah. Well, they're taking, I think, a third of their budget, and they're redeveloping the technologies for the super blimps.
Aye.
I watched a whole 2-hour documentary. They have a whole bunch of engineers working on it right now for the last 5 years.
Nah.
So they're going to bring it back.
It's going to crash out. Ooh.
I hope you don't crash.
It didn't do it last time.
No.
Yeah, no, but I just said that, like, no, for me, it just did a robotic thing, and I just said to Vicky, like, oh, it's it crashed, it's go. Usually when it does that, it blanks out, and that's when it does that thing, but it didn't this time. I was like, oh, here we go, and then it was fine. So, oh, yeah, let's get this finished before it does crash out. We've got 5 minutes left of this, and I've got to end with Mr. Super Sidewinder, and is it Gabrielle maybe again? Can't remember, but we'll see.
I think the one I saw he put out just now has Gabrielle in it. Yeah.
Aye,
I think it does.
It's not his newest one. His newest one was with Richie. I've already played that one. I got to play me that. So I've picked one at random. I can't remember what it is, but I've got one. Yeah, Derek. None of us are insignificant. You're right, bro. You're right.
Too much. They need us on the ground. So next, I'm going to talk about Cortez and Montezuma. I just got this comment in my last video, and someone was saying, look at the old depictions of Cortez meeting Montezuma and all the cities. And yes, here we see beautiful cities. We see what today is Moorish flares. And I think this paints a different picture of the Americas. Here we go. For example, the first meeting between Montezuma and Cortez in the city of Mexico. There we go. So they're dressed primitive, but they have an absolute...
See Lightning, good to see you, man. Good to see you. I see someone making a vacuum in their space. Yeah, Ryan's making a vacuum in his space. Absolutely, bro. No, he doesn't in a minute. But good joke. See, like, he had it.
Yeah, down in Old Town Vegas, there's a hotel and casino called the Cortez. It's named after the general and his expeditions. So if you ever get a chance, come to America, go to Vegas, go to the Old Town Vegas, to the original strip, and go to the Cortez. It's not classy, but it's like you can feel the old world right there. It's just like you know where you are. Yeah.
Vicky says I'll go to Blackpool. It's cheap. But, I've always wanted to go to the States. Vicky hasn't, but I've always wanted to go to the States.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mexican heritage in where I'm at here and in Arizona, Utah. You'll find a whole bunch of old Mexican buildings and it's all over, man. It's nice.
That'd be cool to look at. Definitely.
Beautiful, impeccable city. They're occupying the buildings. We can see them up here. Here we go, all the onlookers. We have armies, and no doubt the survivors of a reset now occupying what was quite possibly their town. But now they don't have the ability to build like this, but they're still occupying it. And soon they will lose it to these newcomers. And these newcomers will take credit for all these buildings. Again, this will be the architecture attributed to the colonialists.
That's it. I believe that. Like the new people will come in, and then the people that just like just know the new people will come in. They'll see the past people from that, and they'll get the blame for it. They'll get the credit for it, not the blame, the credit for it.
Yeah, but the thing is, they don't have any clue to where they are. And a lot of those people, that's why they're sold all these stories, and they believe all this crap that are handed out in institutions.
right.
Half of them, not even a third of them, are truth. It has nothing to do with.
All made up stories, fairy tales to fit something. It sounds cool. Like, do you know who made that building? Your great grandfather Bupa Wapa Machingo. He did that.
Chihuahua Machingo. Holy crap! That sounds like a Just So story, dude. PJ.
Yeah. What, babe?
Do you know what country is the first Muslim country to have nuclear weapons?
Who?
Britain.
But I don't believe in nuclear weapons. I believe in nuclear power. Nuclear power is right, but nuclear weapons, I don't.
PJ, nuclear power is just an expensive way to boil water.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
We'll turn this country into a Muslim country.
Oh, of course it will. That's what I'm saying. We're getting there. To the old times of the end.
We'll look at Leeds with the Romanians.
I know that's what happened there. That's true.
We'll get an white English woman.
Hey, Dr. Bass.
I was just about to say, hey, Dr. Bass, good to see you, bro. What, babe?
A white English woman gets arrested for telling people to stop trashing her area, and yet there's hundreds of Romanians setting fire to buses and police cars.
Oh, I know. It's ridiculous.
I
know, it's ridiculous. It's beyond a joke. Man.
When we can see it's all here, there's no time to build this. And we can see that the natives are occupying the buildings. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving. I would avoid eating pork. Probably a lot of reasons, going back to the warnings were given by Moses. But in recent times, actually since 2018, they have been using in livestock, especially the pig. And only very recently are they proposing the rest of the farmed animals. I've mentioned before that pork makes me feel strange.
Oh, do you remember that night? Bloody hell. I was, I think it was about a year and a half ago. I can't remember for what reason, but I think Flats had a pig squealing competition, and Ryan and all that took part in it. I was like, I can't remember why. Can't remember how that came about, but I remember that night.
Well, back when I was a kid, PJ, we used to have hog collaring contests. People used to call the hogs in. So they would go to the Roses or the Walgreens or whatever store you got. Ryan's done it. I can tell.
There you go.
You cover your mouth up and go.
What?
Did Roger go
Did Roger go
cow poking?
cow poking? Did you ever go cow poking?
Yeah, I've chased cows down. You can't tip them over.
You can't tip them over. You tried it.
Well, when I was a youngin', they had two boys try to get me to tip a cow. It didn't work. They sleep standing up.
They do sleep standing up. They do. But you can't tip them.
We had a cow field.
Not easily, anyway.
No. Get a bulldozer.
Yeah.
Try and get it back in.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like
it. Not good.
I don't like cows.
She doesn't like cows.
Not good. Although I do enjoy a slice of bacon from time to time. I think I'll completely avoid it now. There's actually a lot of information on this. You can read up on it if you want.
I think I woke up the neighbors.
But yeah, they'll no longer need to poke you to alter your genetic makeup. And I think I'm out of time, but let's do one more segment. I was looking at this Piazza Venezia in Rome. It seems like every few months I do. And I was zoomed in real close to some of these statues. And immediately I thought of the Statue of Liberty. I mean, I thought to myself, these are all the same statues, the same goddesses and gods, and the same hand, the same builders, of course. And so I came back to the Statue of Liberty, and I read the story, how it was assembled and built in pieces, shipped over in crates, and I thought, no way was this shipped in a crate. We're told they built the arm first and the head, and it was shipped around at different world's fairs, put on display. Just a gift from France, kind France, in a very early time period, decides to give a gift. There we go. And why this be a story? Because again, like I said, it has all the elements of what we see anywhere else in the world. It's out of place, it doesn't make sense, and they need to blame it on France. Oh, France gave us this. Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
And the deal was that we would have to build a pedestal, and they would donate the statue. And just all of this is stupid. The statue is older, pedestal is much older, the star fort that it sits on, even the Statue of Freedom that sits atop the Capitol building in Washington is depicting this past civilization, if you ask me. So that's it. What a stupid video. I do hope you've enjoyed. I love you all. God bless, and I'll see you next week.
Bless you, Jon Levi. Or Levy, whatever you like to be called. Levi. I would say Levi, like the jeans, but I don't know.
No, I think he pronounces it Levy.
Yeah, Levy. But yeah, to me it just looks like Levi. But he's right there about the statue. I mean, them statues, Invictus and all that, and statue, they're all the same. Apollo, all that kind of thing. They're all the same. They're all the same.
It's cookie cutter, man. It's like this. We'll call it this. We'll call it that. Yeah.
But he was right there. Probably like the base was different age from the, you know what I mean, the arm, the you know what I mean, you know, all parts of that statue was all different ages. So yeah, that tells you something. There's no way that was shipped over from France, you know. Jon Levi puts me to sleep. He's got that type of voice that I think is actually his voice is quite relaxing. When he's talking, I don't actually want to say much. But not that you can't say much to these building photos anyway, except the same thing. But it's interesting to watch. You know what I mean? And usually I'd go on a bit longer. You know, I would. But I've got to get ready to go back home today. So I will. At least I did it. I wasn't going to do a show. I'd do a stream today. I thought, oh, I've got to get ready and that. So I'll just do one tomorrow. But tomorrow I'll be on the other computer. This is all Vicky's now. Now I've left her with a mic she can talk into. Well, she can talk at the minute. You know what I mean? One of them. But yeah, that was good.
No, but she'll be in chat tomorrow.
Oh, guaranteed somehow. It'll be perfectly healthy tomorrow, won't it, baby? She just wants her voice back. She said, well, "Stop talking then." I make you talk. So you're like my hand puppet. You don't have to talk back to me. Yes, I do say you ignore me. You can't win. Well, it's better than me not winning all the time. Because I can never win. Apparently, I gave you that bad voice. And I couldn't win either way. So there you go. Exactly. So I can't win, can I?
And Dr. Bass just posted a video.
No,
I don't know what it is.
About the whole trans. It says about the trans. It's a song about the trans nonsense. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, as we said. Let's have a quick look. Oh man!
Don't click on mine. That's Mexican radio.
Say again.
The link I put up there, that's for them. It's Mexican radio. He's talking about Mexico. I gave an old Mexican folk song.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that song in a bit. But I've got to play out with Mr. Super Side.
I'm on a Mexican
radio. Whoa. And whoever it is, Gabriel, I think, probably. Is it Gabriel? It is Gabriel. I like this one. This is actually quite long. This one's about 5 minutes long. This tune they do. So it's Mr. Super Sidewinder, Gabriel, on the song is, it'll come up on screen and tell you in a second.
Four Non-Blondes.
It's called What's Up? Say again.
It's by Four Non-Blondes. This is what's going on.
Yeah. What's going on? Yeah, of course. Right, let's take it to the start. And and I won't talk through it.
Hey, Ryan, who sings that song?
I don't and singing through it.
Something like that. Some weird band like that. Something like that.
Yeah. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah. Let's
When my
I'll
voice
wait
isn't
till
all cracked up, I can actually sing like that.
Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah. What's going on?
Wow.
It's not easy to hold that note either.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
Can I play it now?
I know I'm horrible too, but you know, whatever. Somebody has to try.
Yeah,
I like
right.
to sing. It's a good song. I like a song. I sing along with it. I don't care if I suck.
I know, but it's Mr. Super Sidewinder song that I like to get perfect. I mean, sometimes I sit there and tap my and sing to it, and then I realize, ooh, I'm spoiling the song.
Oh no!
Right, here we go.
If it doesn't make you want to
Derek
sing,
says, "Give Vicky some tea now." I don't know.
No, she doesn't sing. It's just a tune. Gabrielle. It's just Gabrielle. When it's Gabrielle and Mr. Super Side, it's just the tune.
When I sing Coyote Owl.
Well, hey, fantastic. Yes, I know what you're on about by a juke harp, but I wasn't on about that. I was on about an actual Jew's harp, the one that you put in your mouth and go boing, boing, boing. Because he said harp, and I was on about harmonica. I was saying it must be a Jew's harp because you put it in your mouth. I forgot that you get a juke harp as well. Well, I didn't know until you said about juke harp. And I was like, no, I'm on about Jew's harp. Am I mispronouncing it? And I checked. There's definitely such a thing as a Jew's harp. And I know there is because my dad lost one of his teeth, his front tooth. My dad had teeth, but all his life he had a broken front tooth that was all. He got a false one for it because he pinged his tooth out with a Jew's harp. He was playing a Jew's harp and he pinged his tooth out. That's how I know about Jew's harps. And I'm thinking, my dad wouldn't have told me it's a Jew's harp when it's a Duke harp. I'm like, surely I didn't miss it.
I thought it mean juice, like, orange juice.
No,
Juice harp?
As in Jewish.
Juice
Juice harp.
Jewish.
That's what I thought you were talking about. I don't know.
Juice harp is one of them boing.
Wouldn't be a Jew's harp. It'd just be a Jew harp, not a Jew's.
Well, whatever.
Jews is a plural word. Jews. I think you guys like that word.
There is a Jew harp, for sure.
Yeah, no, it is. How do you use a Jew's harp? So it's called a Jew's harp. Yeah.
How do you use it?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's not a Jew harp. It's not a Jew.
God.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, a Jew's harp.
All jokes.
Jews haven't got harps. I mean harps.
Yeah, if they had one, we need it.
Have they actually got hearts? I'm only joking, guys. I'm only joking.
Chickens do.
Oh, wow.
So
There we go. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to get on. Go on, carry on. I was going to say I'm going to get off before this computer blows up on me because it nearly did it.
See, Lightning wants he wants a link to that.
He wants a link to this song.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
All right, Mr. Super Sidewinder. Okay, let me just go and get it. It's Mr. Super Sidewinder. Let me just go get it because I downloaded it. It's not. I didn't share it from YouTube. I downloaded it. Let me just go get it, and I'll put it there. I'll put it in for 2 seconds.
Cookie Monster, how's the clutch work going?
It's going.
Yeah, let's have a look.
I'm putting a brake light on it now. Tinker.
Oh, nice.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
You're screwing around, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm farting around. Tweaking, whatever you want to call it. Where I come from, we call it tweaking. Anytime you stay up late and you work on stuff and you get
tweaking,
rut of not being able to stop working because you just whatever, you just call it tweaking.
Yeah, I have no idea what that's about. Tweaking.
Well, like I said, people around California, they're all dope heads, so they think that you're on drugs.
I know, man. I was down at Riverside for 3 years when I was taking care of my mom, and every time I go out, everybody be asking me for all kinds of stuff, dude. Just walking down the street, but all kinds of weird stuff.
You just look the type, huh? You look the
I
type,
guess.
Huh? Everybody tells me I look like a cop. I get tired of hearing that. I want to punch the next person that says that. It's like, dude, are you gonna sell me some drugs or not?
Now.
I'm kidding, of course, but
that's why you got the hammer, right?
There you go. See, like,
well, I do help friends out. I mean,
hold on. It's giving me. Why the hell is it put the StreamYard link in? Sorry, 2 seconds. That's the wrong link. Don't know why it did that.
Why do you put a link in there?
Oh, because I didn't copy it properly. 2 seconds. Right.
It's
now
for the song for Sea Lightning.
For the song, Sea Lightning wants the song. So
all right, Greta, calm down.
Right. That's the right one. Get rid of this one. Get rid of that.
In the butt.
There you go, Sea Lightning. That's the right one for it. Bless you, man. Guys, thanks for coming. Hold on, let you exit the old. So thanks, guys, for coming. Always a pleasure to be with you in chat again. I am going to get ready because I'm heading home today. So if you hear from anybody off this computer, it'll be Vicky on our own channel, probably, or just on YouTube, whatever.
Well, she's not going to be talking there unless you make it warning.
I know she's well, she her voice she heals quite quickly.
Does she?
See, she just went, "Aye, near bother at all." Our accent changed. That's what was
Gotta
happening.
seem
It was
tough.
just a little, it was a process. So like once our voice comes back, it'll be a different accent. And then next time it happens, she's like a chameleon. She just changes accents every 6 months, isn't it?
Wow.
Well,
I wish I could do that. I can do it right on.
Right, guys. Bless yous. Bless yous. Thanks for coming. I shall see you in Flaxus tonight. If not, I will see you tomorrow. Bless you, guys. Hear the sunset.
I'm not going. I'm going to
Bless you too. Indeed.
Indeed. Good night.